What's up, everybody? I am showing you guys how I made my cash envelopes today. If you want to make some cash envelopes but you really can't afford to get this big fancy bundle off Amazon or Etsy, this might be a good solution for you, especially for those of us who use a Happy Planner. A lot of us have these divider pages that are just sitting around either in our old planner or we're just kind of hoping to find a way to repurpose them. So this, I think, is something that worked out really well for me. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it, and then I will show you how the other ones I've already done have turned out. I also want to show you these are the old ones from a cash envelope wallet, which I think are super cute. They're a little bit worn down, so that's part of the reason I wanted to replace them. I also don't want something that I'm carrying in my wallet anymore, which was the other reason. And I also prefer something that doesn't have this much open space on it. I could even do something translucent, but I like it being at least a little bit more closed up. So anyways, all you need for this is really scissors and tape. I have an A5 binder, so I am going to be using this Agenda 52, because I used to use Agenda 52. But anyways, it's going to be a little, well, you should be able to see. Okay, perfect. Well, not quite. Let me move my light a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you can see. So you want to make sure that this is pretty much lined up to what you were trying to punch for. For me, that is the A5. As you can see, that says A5, which is, I believe, the biggest one that, the biggest one that this one can do. You can also do Pocket Mini, A6 agendas, stuff like that. So a few different sizes you can cut to with this, which is pretty convenient. But again, with cash envelopes, you know, if you just find a place to keep them, you really don't need them in a binder. That's just something that I personally like, but I think that's something that really comes down to your personal preference, and also if you're trying to make them on a budget and you don't want to buy a binder, the hole punch isn't really a necessity. The only thing I kind of regret, so to speak, about how I did these is that they're not quite, well, you'll see as I make them, they're not quite perfect. So as you can see, this is from a wellness planner, so it's an undated monthly spread. In my Happy Planner, I have my wellness section and my regular vertical line section. I decorate and use my monthly spread from the vertical line section. I really don't need it from this. So it's perfect that, and I can just use stick-on tabs or those little magnet tabs to separate those other sections. It's really not a big deal. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to pull this right up to this line here. I try to line it up as closely as possible. I'm not that great of a crafty person, so it's probably not exactly even. But I'm just showing you guys how I did this, and this is the process I went through. So, first thing I did after I folded it was to go ahead and cut off this top section here. Okay, so far what we've done is we cut off the tab, then we folded it so that this top part met this top part of the monthly spread. So all we got to do next is tape this part and then tape this side, which really does leave you plenty of space. Even if I hold that together, that leaves you plenty of space, which was another thing that was important to me. I want to be able to, I don't want it to be too tight. That's one of the things that drives me crazy about cash envelopes, like, because I am more focused on long-term savings with my cash envelopes as opposed to regular monthly expenses. But again, stuff like that really just boils down to what your personal preference is and what you need. I apologize for the shakiness, but I really don't have another place to attach my camera than to where it's sitting on part of the desk. So now also keep in mind, I was really just trying to look around my house and find what I had at home. This would probably look prettier if you used glue on the inside of the paper instead of tape on the outside. Of course, honestly, on my other cash envelopes, the tape wasn't quite so obvious. I guess it's just the color and style of this particular one that's making it look that way. Alright, so then let's go to the hole punch. It is already set for A5. I've got room. You will sometimes need to press this section down a little bit just to get it in there quite right. And I am going to... I put it all the way back. If you know, that again comes down to personal preference. Really depends on how long your sheet is, but for these Happy Planner dividers, I find that putting it down to the edge when I hole punch really works out the best. Alright, and there we have it. So let me add this to my other collection that I already have in my purple A5 binder. This is nothing but cash envelopes. I've already done a video showing you guys this, but these are some of the other ones that I've got up. So I did all of these last night pretty much, and since I might as well put this with another workout one. That'll fit perfectly right in there. And there you go. So now I've got 10. I've got, let's see, I've done 2 from the Wellness Planner. So I've got about 10 more of the wellness planners that I can make cash envelopes for from the binders. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that right now or not. Right now 10 is kind of plenty, but going forward I know I will be needing some more cash envelopes. So I don't know when I'll be doing that, but you guys will be seeing this binder plenty more on this channel. One other thing I just want to notate. So when you tape them closed, you are taping along the line where you have the punches to put it in your Happy Planner. Now, I personally prefer to put it, like I showed you guys, down. Let me pull this out again. So when I hole punch it, I do prefer to put it all the way down into my Agenda 52 thing. However, on some of these, the bottom one will cut into part of that part that's already perforated for your Happy Planner. So if that's something that's going to bother you, you may want to put it up just a little bit so that you don't get that. For me, that's something that's really not an issue, but if that's something that's going to bother you, just keep that in mind. So that's all I've got for now. That's how I made these. Very simple. And I was able to just go through and use stuff that I already had sitting around at home. So that was perfect. Now, as far as labeling, I'm probably not going to put a label on these because I already have the labels on my expense ledgers. These expense ledgers, by the way, came with these envelopes. So yeah, I just moved these over here, and I'm probably just gonna use that to separate them instead of actually putting labels on them because I really do think they turned out well. I think this one right here is my favorite. So if you guys have any questions about this, or suggestions for other ways to make cash envelopes, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know. I would love to hear what y'all think, and thank you so much for watching.